Well, that's the end of our trip here. Back in Miami. Don't know what time we got here, but woke up at 5 o'clock and look out looked out the window and we were already here. Kind of sad, kind of depressing, but kind of exciting all at the same time. Had an epic trip, was able to get married, put a ring on the old finger, and excited to get back to work. Excited to do all these things to bring you closer to your goals and actually achieve, you know, all these levels of success where you're able to take these epic vacations and able to take these epic trips with your family. And the coolest part, and I'm not bragging when I say this, I'm proud of it, is I got to pay for everybody to go. And yeah, it was expensive, and yeah, I put a fucking hell of a debt in the old bank account, but everybody was so grateful and so happy to be a part of it. And even my father-in-law, who can be a little tough at times, he said something that was really cool. He's like, I couldn't have done this without you. And that was when we were sitting, in our, what do you call it, the cabana, or the, I forget exactly what they called it. Wasn't a cabana, it was something fancier, but that was yesterday. And I thought it was really cool, really sweet of him to say that. And just these types of trips and these types of vacations should get you closer to actually trying to live a different lifestyle. It should be inspirational, and it should put, bigger goals and priorities in your place, where when you leave these places, you should be thinking about, how can I raise the bar? How can I get to the next level? And how can I do more, save more, and make more? Now, I'm not a big fan of saving money. I'm not a big fan of being frugal. I think that's a huge money trap. I think it's a facade. You cannot save your way to riches unless you're making some ungodly amount of money. You have to invest your money. You have to put it in places where that money's going to compound. But, leave when you give yourself the pat on the back, when you do something like this and take yourself or your family out on vacation, and you do something epic like this, and you actually get that break. And this was an amazing break. We got like a full digital break. We were able to keep our phones on. We were able to keep our phones on, airplane mode, because we were traveling so much. And it was just a real true decompression of everything. And the way we planned this out is we basically worked from home a week before our trip, and then it's Sunday, we get to travel back, and technically we don't even have to be to work next week. I'm gonna have some appointments on Wednesday and probably pop into the office on Thursday. But we did it so that way when we came back, we weren't just running right back into that rat race. We're able to get back in there, start to, put our clothes away, do things, reorganize the house, and not just jump into full chaos. Everybody's tired and beat up when they're back from vacation. When you get back, I was super depressed to be leaving yesterday, our cabana and all of that. And I was like, my kids were like, fuck, dude, like, this is the end of it. And it was sad. It was truly sad, because we just wanted to continue to play. But then waking up this morning and being in Miami and know that we're going to get taken to the airport, and to get back to your routines and your lifestyle in your business or your work or whatever you do, and to, having breakfast this morning, I went right into watching some videos on what I can do for my channel, what I can do for my business, doing some inspirational reading, and it just fired me up. And I'm just super excited to get back to that grind and actually do something epic, make some money, invest some money. And 2026 for me is all about paying down as many bills as possible. I have a 10-year plan, and that was to buy a house every year, and I've kind of modified that a little bit along the way. The first year I bought a business that was damn near the price of, or was the price of a house. And then the following year, the year 2 that I was into this goal, we bought a home and we've been remodeling it. And now this is year 3, 2026, and I have enough debt that is worth of a house. Now, I don't mean bad debt where I have like credit card debt and all of that stuff. I'm talking about like all of our vehicle loans for our company, other kinds of loans that are investment loans where we're not upside down on them. They're good ways to compound your money and grow your businesses and do these things. But if I was to pay those down, that's just another step closer to that financial freedom. So 2026 is going to be all of that for me. And how fast can I pay those down? And I'm going to show you guys along that journey and show you guys that this stuff is possible, that it's real, that you can actually make your dreams come true. You just have to stay the course, and you have to be laser focused and set that goal. And it's so cool to have a 10-year plan. I'm 42 years old, and I have never in 40 years set any kind of long-term goals like that. And to have 2 10-year plans. I've got my YouTube channel that I dedicated myself that for 10 years that I was going to put all my focus into that, as well as my companies, and my 10-year plan of buying a house one house a year. And it's okay to make these modifications along the way. It's okay to go, hey, you know what? I need to dial it back just a little bit. It's kind of like the stock market. Stock market climbs and climbs and climbs and goes crazy, but then you have this consolidation moment, and this thing happens in life. And this is what I love about stocks and crypto, is like sometimes we're only looking at that day candle, or that that one day, that 15-minute candle, and you only see that one day, and you just see this like red decline where you've gone down. But when you zoom out and you look over the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is, you go, holy crap, we've gone up. And then there's this little dip or this consolidation moment. And I'm going to use 2026 as this consolidation. There's still going to be growth in the business. There's still going to be all of that self-development and growth and all of those things. But the consolidation part for me is going to be actually consolidating, dialing back, not spending money on another house or something like that, and setting myself up for 2027 to buy a home, to buy another asset to the business, to invest more money. If I'm able to do something like this and consolidate myself, consolidate my finances, and then coming into 2027 with more business, more money, less debt, that's more money for investments. Who knows? I might be able to buy 2 or 3 houses come 2027. You don't know, but you have to make these modifications along the way. So, beautiful trip, amazing, and I'll say it again. Use these times to put yourself back together. Find that family time, that love time. We got married on this trip. It was everything we could have asked for. The wedding went beautiful. Everything, I mean, just more than blessed, more than grateful to have the most important people around me on this trip. And I was able to do that. Lexi and I were able to make something happen that Most people can't, and you can be that person. You can be the one, just like Ed Milet says, you can be the one to change the family tree. There's always that one, and I want to be that one, and I work hard towards that goal every day. So we're gonna fly back home today. We gotta stay at night in Vegas. My son flies back to Wyoming tomorrow, and go make your dreams happen. And pat yourself on the back when you get these little, achievements. And today, this week, all of this was one of those achievements. I put the work down. I didn't open up my computer but one time to do a few things right before the trip started that I had to get done for work. And I didn't have to open it up one single time on this cruise ship. I didn't have to do really very much at all. And I was able to contact my crew, make sure everything was good, make sure I had a company I was coming back to, and that was it. So pat yourself on the back, take the break, enjoy life, enjoy work, and let's go fucking make some real money. Let's go make the change. Be the one to change the family tree. Everybody will call you crazy, but when you achieve it, they'll call you a genius. Love you guys. See you in Vegas.